Welcome to The Explainer. Every single day, your organization is buying things. We're talking software, servers, even just office supplies. But hiding in plain sight, within those totally routine purchases, are some pretty huge risks that can cost millions and just shatter your reputation. So today, we're going to break down those critical threats in procurement and show you exactly how to build an airtight defense.
Okay, so here's our game plan. First, we'll define the 4 big threats you're up against and look at the staggering costs when things go sideways. Then, we'll get into the nitty-gritty of how it happens, learn from some real-world failures, and then, the best part, we'll arm you with a practical playbook to stop it. Let's dive in.
So what exactly are these threats? The ones that could be hiding inside your company's purchasing process right now. They're not all the same. And honestly, understanding the difference, well, that's step 1. These threats, they really fall into 4 main buckets. And they range from stuff that's flat out criminal to simple, honest mistakes that are still incredibly costly. Every single person involved in buying things for your company needs to have these on their radar.
So you've got this whole spectrum of risk, right? It goes from intentional to just accidental. On one end, you've got fraud. We're talking outright criminal deception. Then you have waste and abuse, which kind of live in this gray area of, inefficiency and just improper behavior. And finally, you have honest mistakes, which, they're unintentional, but they can still have a massive financial impact. The bottom line is that all 4 of these are draining your company's resources.
So why is it so important to get a handle on this? Because ignoring these threats, it creates consequences that go way, way beyond just the initial financial hit. 75%. Just let that sink in for a second. A single procurement scandal can wipe out 75% of public and investor trust. That is a catastrophic blow to a company's reputation, and it is incredibly hard to come back from that.
And the financial bleeding, it happens in so many ways. Bid rigging, that just kills any chance at a fair price. Product substitution means you're paying for premium, but you're getting junk. Each one of these is a direct, painful hit to the bottom line. And false invoicing, that's literally just throwing money out the door for absolutely nothing. And the damage, it doesn't stop with the bank account, not even close. These failures cause massive operational chaos. Imagine a critical project just grinding to a halt because some vendor sent you shoddy hardware. That could lead to system downtime, or worse, a data breach. The ripple effects can absolutely paralyze a business.
And just when you think it couldn't possibly get any worse, the regulators show up. Now we're talking about fines that can run into the millions of dollars, and for the people responsible, actual jail time. The legal exposure here is severe. It can threaten the very existence of the company.
Okay, so we've seen the damage, but how does this stuff actually happen? Let's pull back the curtain and look at the common schemes and the weaknesses inside an organization that they exploit.
These right here, these are the classic moves. They're the go-to plays for exploiting the system. Whether it's puffing up prices, colluding to rig bids, or taking bribes, the goal is always the same. Manipulate the buying process for personal gain, all at your organization's expense.
And here's the kicker. Those schemes only work because of internal weaknesses. You've left the door open. For instance, bid rigging just thrives where there's no real competition. Product substitution? That's super easy when you're not vetting suppliers properly. Without good oversight and auditing, all of this can happen right under your nose, totally undetected. Okay, this isn't just theory. This stuff happens every single day in organizations big and small. Let's look at a few real-world examples to see just how devastating it can be. This case is just the perfect storm. You've got a corrupt official on the inside, and they're working with a vendor on the outside. They took advantage of weak controls to inflate prices on a big IT system, costing taxpayers millions and just shattering public trust in their own local government. In the world of healthcare, the stakes are, well, they're even higher. In this case, an administrator was taking kickbacks to push a certain supplier's products. This didn't just jack up the costs, it potentially compromised patient care by choosing a supplier for all the wrong reasons. And that financial burden, it gets passed right on to the patients.
Now this one is a bit more subtle, but it's just as damaging. The company paid top dollar for brand new, top-of-the-line servers, but what they got was refurbished junk. And the result? System crashes, lost data, and a huge blow to their ability to operate,
all because of one dishonest supplier.
All right, we've seen the problem, we've seen the costs, the real-world consequences. Enough of the bad news. Let's talk solutions. This is the most important part. This is how you stop this from ever happening in your organization. This is where you fight back.
Your defense, it all starts with detection. You have to be able to see the red flags. And that means using data analytics to spot weird patterns, like, say, a sudden spike in payments to one vendor. It means doing thorough background checks on suppliers before you sign anything, not after the fact. And, critically, it means creating a safe, anonymous whistleblower hotline. Your honest employees are often your best line of defense, but they need a secure way to raise the alarm.
So once you can see the risks, you build up your defenses. And that starts with clear rules and automating workflows wherever you can to cut down on human error. But probably the single most powerful defense you have is implementing strong internal controls. The classic example is separating duties. The person who orders the stuff should never be the same person who approves the payment. That one change makes fraud exponentially harder to pull off. Finally, regular audits and ethics training help shift your whole culture from being reactive to being vigilant.
Okay, let's bring it all home. If you walk away with anything from this explainer, it should be these key actions. This is how you transform your organization from a potential victim into a vigilant guardian of its own resources.
Ultimately, protecting your organization really comes down to this: being proactive, not reactive. You've got to combine strong, clear processes with smart technology like AI and data analytics. But most importantly, you have to build a culture of integrity, where every single employee is aware of the risks and feels empowered to protect the organization.
And this is the question I want to leave you with. Take this back to your team, take it to your leadership. Because being able to answer yes to this question, that isn't just about compliance. It's about safeguarding the financial health, the operational stability, and the reputation of your entire organization from the inside out.